I hit up the best estate sale this week, and I cannot wait to share with you everything I bought here. I got an incredible deal on it. So get ready to see what I bought and how much I paid for all this vintage home decor. Hello friends, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Lisa. I'm so glad y'all stopped by for today's video. I love thrifting vintage home decor. I had the opportunity to pop into an estate sale this week. Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe what I found and how little I paid for it. Like, I was shocked. These prices were so good. The house was overflowing. The closets had stuff spilling out of them. The tables were full. It was very crowded, very packed, and my hands got full very early on. So I am excited to share with you just what I brought home with me. I'm in my garage because everything is dusty and dirty, more than your typical thrift and estate sale finds, garage sale finds. So we're going to start out here and we're going to clean it up. I'm going to share everything with you, what I paid and how I am using it in my home and adding it to my vintage home decor and collectibles. I wish I could show you in detail so much more than I am as we shop, but like I said, it was very crowded, not just with people, but with merchandise on the tables and on the floors. And I always try to be respectful not to show anybody that is there shopping on film. And, you know, I don't want to break anything. My hands got full because I was finding so many good things to pick up and carry around, and they did not have baskets. I feel like I could have bought so much more even than what I did, but I showed restraint just because it is cheap and it is beautiful and something that I could use in my home. Doesn't mean we can bring everything home with us. My goodness, if I was a reseller though, I could have probably found a whole lot more, but I'm just a personal use shopper. So I don't want to give everything away all at once. We're going to do this like a treasure hunt. I'm going to go one by one with each item and share it with you. I'm going to start with this picture frame. It has a nice gold color to it, and it is in excellent condition. Look at that, $3. I paid $3 for this. I have a lot of artwork, or you can print artwork off of the internet for free, public domain artwork. Look how nice that is. It's a beautiful, good size. It doesn't need anything more than being wiped down, and I will put this in my frame collection and frame up something here in the next little bit as I add new artwork in and around my home. All right, let's just have a peek in here. I got something very similar to this on my trip to Hawaii when I went into the Goodwill. I love these little figurines. How cute are those? They were $3 for the set. So really good price. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Nope, needed two hands there, but through the sack, they looked like they were in really good condition. Look at that, the little gold details on there. It says they're made in China, but I think they are still a little bit older, and I don't even care. I don't even care. They're so cute. These also just need a wipe down. They're not too dirty, but they're just so cute. Oh my goodness. And they're like a little matching set. They have the symmetrical look. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments about everything. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So I got the blue and white figurines. And then for $3, I got this pair that is a creamy white and gold. These are lovely too. Oh my goodness. Okay, Ziploc needs to sponsor me. These are super tough to get open one-handed. There we go. Look at him. He just needs to be cleaned up really good. You can see he's dusty. He has some damage to his gold finish, but overall in great shape. There's a few cracks, but I don't care. Those things don't bother me. I'll need to look that up. That looks like it's made in Japan. I'm going to do a screenshot on these. I'll put them on the screen if I find anything that matches. I shop for personal use. I don't resell, so value doesn't necessarily matter to me. I just like to know. I like to know the history and all of the details about stuff I have in my collection. That's why I look it up. Yeah, that definitely just says Japan, but no other markings, so we will check that out. But look at all my fabulous statues. Gorgeous. Love them. And I only paid $6 for all of those. They were $3 a set. I have one more treasure in this sack. Look at the colors on this. Oh my goodness. I saw this right away. It needs a really good scrubbing. The clasp is not very tight on there. It's really loose, but for sitting in a curio or something or on top of books, it's perfect. 50 cents. And there is the brand on it, New Orleans. In really good shape, just a little dirty. I hope I can get that off. I think I can. I loved the colors and the details on it. And green is one of my favorite colors to decorate with. And when you mix it with the blue, oh my goodness, perfection. 50 cents. Up next, I've got some treasures in this sack. Okay, see what I meant? That it was so crusty and dirty. This is the cutest little teapot though, and it really is just dirt. I found this on a shelf in the garage, and I think that's why it's so dusty. It looks like it has no chips or cracks. That's what it says on the bottom. Made in England, and it has those numbers. So cute. I cannot believe this was only $2. Next reveal is this small green oval bowl, 50 cents. And again, it's just dirty. It needs to just be run through the dishwasher. I feel like it can go in the dishwasher. I'm willing to take that chance. Since it's oven serveware, I figure it will be okay. Again, I can use it for actual serving, little condiments or something, but also just to decorate and to have in my collection. I love green dishware. So the treasures just keep on coming, don't they? That one little sack had so many delightful pieces of vintage home decor. This is a gravy boat server. That's the markings. It was $1.50. And I'm trying to decide. I don't think this is ironstone. It does not feel like ironstone, but it is also very heavy. I need to do some research on this one for sure, or if you have any knowledge, weigh in on that as well. And then this serving bowl was $1.50. I love the simplicity of the white, and I love because I do use so many other bright colors and dishes that the white just balances that out. There are no markings on the bottom of it. It's got that beautiful detail around the edge. This one definitely feels like ironstone. That's why I'm on the fence about this one, because they feel different. I'm not an expert though. I just love what I love and enjoy sharing it with you. This sack holds the absolute best treasure. Look at it. How pretty is this cabbage decor? Now, before I show you about this, all the details, before I tell you, I want to show you what it came with. And look how dirty this is. This was also in the garage. It was $5. But okay, so all of this was $5. They had it as a set like this. If you've been here for some time, you know that I love the cabbage leaf dishes and stuff. But okay, so this was made in China, and it has some sticker from somewhere. Lovely as a decor piece in and of itself. But this platter and serving dish, it would have had like a dip bowl here. This is what I was really wanting, because look at that. It's Fitz and Floyd, and it is in great shape. It has a couple of little chips right there. They're just kind of scuffs, really took the paint off. And I am just really hoping, this just looks like dirt, and I'm just really hoping I can scrub that clean, and if nothing else, use it for decorative display. But y'all, I got so excited. I can't even tell you how excited I got when I saw this. Okay, let's see if I can work my magic and get all of this cleaned up. A lot of things I thrift look this bad. Sometimes they look this bad, and you guys would never know it if I didn't show you before. Over the years, I've collected things, and y'all weren't here for it. I wasn't doing YouTube then, and I can salvage just about anything. So let's see what we can do. Our work sink looks worse than the thrifted decor I'm cleaning up, but it is clean. It's just stained from years of use. I am using Dawn Power Wash Heavy Duty Spray and a brush I believe I got at Walmart. I like it because it has a little detail brush on the tip of it. It is a thrifting only scrub brush. I don't use it on anything but my thrifted treasures, giving everything a good scrub, wash, and rinse. Everything cleaned up enough that I feel comfortable bringing it inside. I need to do a little more cleaning on a couple of things. That teapot lid, it had that tape on it, and it has some sticky residue. I think it pulled off some of the gold on there. The same thing with this. There's like some residue on there that needs some goo gone, but everything else turned out good and is clean. I cannot believe this platter. Look at that. It's like you would never have known. If I hadn't shown it to you before, you would have never have known how dirty it was. Yeah, it cleaned up really nice, and it came out good. There was only one little spot on there that they had already touched up. So yeah, I'm super excited. Again, I cannot believe I got lucky. I took a chance on a lot of this, and this was covered in grime down in those crevices, and now it's clean. Just gonna do that little bit of work, and then I'll be ready to style everything. Glue gun worked great getting all of that leftover grime off of the pieces, and then I went back with a Lysol wipe to get the oily residue that glue gun leaves behind. Wiped it down with that. I also used a Lysol disinfecting wipe to go over that picture frame I bought. That cleaned it up and made sure that it was sanitized. Little shelf is just off of my kitchen, and I love to style it different ways throughout the year. I'm using a crumpled up paper towel to elevate my pumpkin so you can see it, and you'll notice that I am separating my figurines. I'm going to style one on this shelf and then one in my family room. Often see it on my channel, but I do like to rotate things in and out. I donate a lot of the things that I no longer am in love with or need to get rid of to make room for new stuff. I like to give family and friends first choice, and then I donate everything else. It is painful for me to get rid of things, but it is always prudent to make sure that you are getting rid of things if you're bringing new things in. Constantly moving items around my home, redisplaying them in different places and different ways. This is what you do when you are creating a curated home with thrifted and vintage treasures. Trinket box is perfect in my bedroom on this little shelf. I'm hoping to share this makeover with you in the near future, and when I do, you'll see how perfect this green trinket box is. Once again, I'm making a few little swaps and switches here on my kitchen counter, and this is how I get fresh and new decor looks without a lot of work and effort. and it is very inexpensive with these thrifty estate sale finds. I think these classic white and gold Victorian statues look fabulous up here on my mantle. I'm glad that I could give them a place of prominence and honor. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this vintage thrifting and decorating. I always have a good time when I bring you along with me. If you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to do that. Hit that thumbs up and be sure you come back for the next adventure. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you again real soon.